If you're considering using AI in the classroom, you can take, if you use IXL, for example, a particular unit. I picked adding and subtracting rational numbers, and you can print this lesson out and then save this as a PDF. Then you can take this saved PDF and go over to a platform like schoolAI, where you can create a custom space and you can upload that PDF to it. So I'm going to create a space and upload this straight to the space. Now this space is aware of what this lesson is, and I could take the title of adding and subtracting rational numbers once this processes, give it the title, and students will then get to interact with a space that's aware of adding and subtracting rational numbers. You could say in the prompt, always start by asking students a question to figure out what their understanding is. Make sure to use academic, student-friendly, 7th grade language, and format the information, bolding keywords and using bullet points for readability. We could launch that space and then share it with students so that they can practice adding and subtracting rational numbers. Let's begin. They have now this space. So can you think of an example of a rational number? How about 11? And students have this ability to have an interactive chat where it will give personalized feedback. We can launch this space and then share it with our class. And now let's go over, now that we have a space for students to work, we could take this, share it over to students. I could also go over to tools and generate myself a worksheet. And in order to generate this worksheet, I'm going to upload that PDF that's aware of those problems, and it'll generate math problems that are similar, but a little bit different. So subject, again, is adding and subtracting rational numbers, and grade level is 7th grade math. You can even add in the standard, and then we'll generate this worksheet. If you don't like the numbers, you can always regenerate them, and also keep in mind that AI can sometimes be wrong, so you'll want to double check them. So we can generate this worksheet. We may need to tweak it later. As the teacher, it's your job to, verify the information.
Right.
So when this appears, you're going to want to check it, make sure that these numbers make sense, work through it like you would for any answer key, but it definitely helps speed up the process, and it's a convenient tool. And there's going to be some stuff where it links IXL, and some of the parts of the worksheet you may want to get rid of, but now you have a worksheet. Maybe you want to change the prompt and mention, I want 20 problems and as few words and instructions as possible, because maybe the students already know how the worksheets work. So you can update your worksheet. It'll go ahead and it will regenerate that. And once you're happy with a worksheet, you can export that worksheet to Microsoft Word, or you can simply print it straight from here. Now it's just giving us lots of problems. You might notice that there's no space for the problems. So I might want to, specify, make this in a grid and make sure there's space between problems so students have space to solve them. So it's an interactive, iterative process where you're not going to get it right on the first try, and that's okay. You have to work with it in order to get something that's useful. So I asked it to make a table, so I thought maybe it would give space for them. And this is also a worksheet where you can manually adjust it yourself. So it made that. Maybe you want to go ahead and add space between these because it didn't really give them. So maybe I hit enter, create a little bit of space here, and you can see that I'm manually adjusting it after the AI made it. We're collaborating, and we have a worksheet that we are able to send out to our students. So once we have this worksheet, we can export it and upload it to our learning management system. So there we have it. Now the students have an AI guide that will help them, and we have a worksheet that they can use.